What is up, guys? My name is Sprits'n Sniffs, and today we're going to be reviewing a fragrance that I have not yet reviewed, and that fragrance is Invictus Victory Elixir. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Paco Rabanne is known for a lot of fragrances that he's released, primarily the entire Invictus lineup and the 1 million fragrance lineup. So let's talk about how this fragrance, Victory Elixir, stacks up. So the first thing I want to point out is that this is a very one-dimensional fragrance, with it being primarily vanilla and tonka bean, with it having a little bit of cardamom and maybe some lavender freshness. As you smell it, it's kind of playful a little bit, but it's very pleasant, pleasantly sweet. Maybe a little bit too sweet for some, but I think it really does fit with the style of fragrance that it's going for. It's just something that's very sweet, a little bit of spice, a little bit of floral freshness. It is a great fragrance in terms of smell, and one that is kind of addicting. Yeah, it does what a lot of fragrances have been doing recently, which is overdosing on vanilla, but I think that it does it pretty well. Now, this is by no means a super unique fragrance, but when you take into consideration how that vanilla and tonka bean mixes together with that cardamom, it, like I said, is very, very pleasant, in my opinion at least. As far as the smell, that's really all there is to say about it. Vanilla, tonka bean sweetness with a little bit of spice from cardamom, black pepper, and some floral freshness from the lavender. However, there is some positive things to say about the performance of this fragrance, with it giving me some really good longevity. I mean, 10 to 12 hours of longevity when I tested this, and the projection is pretty strong as well. I mean, I never had any performance issues when testing out this fragrance. It is spot on, but that's kind of what you expect from a vanilla spice fragrance. If it's anything less than 8 hours, then the fragrance sucks in terms of performance for most vanilla fragrances. So yeah, as far as performance goes, this one is checking the box. As far as wearability and versatility, kind of sucking, I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't have too much versatility. I would say it's just an casual fragrance, or kind of falls into that party type fragrance, which most people say for these style of fragrances, and I kind of can agree. This one I definitely see for really people say party fragrances or clubbing fragrances, but really just where you expect to be around a lot of people. That's what this kind of fragrance is for. Because of the projection of it, you're going to get a lot of eyes on you. And if that's what you're looking for, then this is another great choice for you. Because of the casual and playful nature of this fragrance, I would highly recommend not wearing this for anything like an office job, because really, I just think it is not the most appropriate fragrance for that choice. But I mean, if you have a job that's a little bit less serious, then by all means, go for it. As far as when it comes to the weather, this fragrance will definitely excel in that fall and winter for sure because of its sweetness and projection. But I could see this being pulled off in the spring, maybe the early spring when it's cooler, but primarily in that fall and winter setting. I mean, summer, I probably wouldn't wear this one that much, but it could be done, maybe just tone back on the sprays. When it comes to the bottle design and the atomizer, one, I think the bottle design is kind of stupid. I've always hated the trophy. It's just kind of goofy and corny in my opinion. And the atomizer is, yeah, pretty trash. I've noticed with a lot of bottles that have the atomizer just built into the fragrance, so you cannot remove the little cap atomizer, I realized these atomizers usually suck. This is the same thing for 1 million. This is the same thing for the Prada Luna Rosa lineup and for the Invictus Victory line. The only one that is not just straight trash is the Carolina Herrera ones, which seem to have some very good atomizers on their bad boy fragrances. But moving on to the price of this fragrance kind of fluctuates, but as of right now, from retail stores, retail price will normally be about $150, but right now I think Macy's is having a little discount to let you get it for about $128. On straight up discounters, you can find it for about $100, maybe $110 in most locations for the 3.4 ounce bottle, which I think is the only size that they have available unless you go bigger than that. So what is my overall opinion on Invictus Victory Elixir? Well, I would say it's a solid fragrance, smells good, solid performance, solid price. The only thing I don't really care for is the fact that it calls itself an elixir, and I'm expecting, something a little bit more unique when I first smell it. Like with Sauvage Elixir, it's a completely different fragrance, and Le Male Elixir is a lot more unique than, maybe not more unique than all of its counterparts, but I think it's different enough to at least have that name of elixir, whereas Invictus Victory Elixir is really just a plain vanilla tonka bean fragrance. Not to say it's bad, but it definitely could have done more, especially bearing that Elixir name. So it's still a 7.5 out of 10 fragrance for me, but definitely could have been better. So guys, that is my review of Invictus Victory Elixir. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment on this video telling me what you guys want next. As we get closer to getting monetized, guys, like I mentioned before, a giveaway will be being done soon as I am monetized. So remember to watch these videos from the beginning to the end if you want to help out as much as possible. But that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you in the next one.